Data center automation performs static and vendor-recommended dynamic patching on both agentless and agent-based OS, DB, and middleware, including server automation and Puppet-managed resources. DCA is an orchestrator of patching, leveraging existing repositories like RHEL SAT, WSUS, SUSE Manager, server automation, or custom repos. Manage patching from one tool, taking advantage of the intelligent scheduler, RBAC, and other DCA features. Earlier in a previous video, Michael showed you a hybrid two-tier provisioning demo with HCM. Here I'll show you how day two operations such as patching are performed on these resources. Here's the vendor recommended patch policy that we're using that contains a vendor recommended patch bundle for RHEL 7. Vendor recommended patch bundles do not contain patch binaries. DCA simply asks the target what it needs based on its currently configured repositories. Of course, we can make a static patch bundle as well with explicit patches. The policy also contains service level objectives for the policy. SLO define the frequency in which a resource should be scanned. Non-compliance actions are set, and here we have chosen to remediate resources inside of a maintenance window. Here is the resource that was placed into the hybrid two-tier front-end resource group. This Linux host on VMware is hosting the front end of our hybrid two-tier deployment. So let's see what resources are in here. So this group contains PT1, which is our RHEL front end for the hybrid two-tier deployment. Let's go take a closer look at the resource group. So I'm going to open up this resource group. I see here that there's a RHEL 7 patch policy attached to the group and a maintenance schedule defined. So if policy defines the frequency, the maintenance schedule defines when the jobs can take place. You could leverage DCA RBAC to put resource group owners in charge of their own maintenance windows. SLO combined with the maintenance window allows the DCA intelligent scheduler to calculate when jobs will be scheduled. So here's this maintenance window. It's a weekly read and write, but we could do individual scan and remediation maintenance windows if we wanted to. So if we've got the SLO and the maintenance window set up, we should see jobs automatically scheduled by the intelligent scheduler. So if I open up the jobs here and we scroll down, we should see scheduled jobs. And it looks like those jobs have already been scheduled within the maintenance windows in order to keep us within service level objectives. Now we could wait around for these jobs to run, but for the purposes of this demo, let's go ahead and kick off some ad hoc scans on this resource. So we'll open up the hybrid two-tier front-end group, and we'll open up its contained RHEL resource. And we're going to start an ad hoc scan against the RHEL 7 patch policy. So we'll start this scan, and while this scan runs, I'll go ahead and pause the video, and we'll come back and look at the results. So the results are in, and this resource needs 235 patches, and it's linked these needed patches to corresponding CVE vulnerabilities. So I see here we've got 10 critical, 10 high, 3 low, 20 medium, and 192 patches did not match a CVE. So let's kick off a remediation of this resource. So we'll go ahead and remediate against the RHEL 7 patch policy. And again, while this runs, I'll go ahead and pause the video. As you can see here, the job is already completed. It says 0 patches are needed, and we can drill into this job and just make sure that it did remediate. So it remediated, 0 variances, and this resource is now compliant. So let's go take a look at our dashboard. This dashboard here shows vulnerability across the data center with corresponding CVE information from the NVD database. And I can see now that our resource is no longer vulnerable. For more information on the dashboard and other DCA use cases, please watch the rest of the videos.